Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined today by Kevin Bourgault and Connie Hunter. We're talking about VA Healthcare Summit 2.0 in Brookings on September 21st. Thank you both so much for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
So you both have experiences with trauma. Kevin, tell us about your experience there.
I have both experiences from childhood, but then also while I was in the infantry. I have combat in Somalia, and so coming home from that experience has also been a journey, just in that there was a lot of different things that come out of my own personal trauma, and then compared to the other people that I was in the military. So the way that I handled the trauma to turn into my education, as opposed to other people that I was in with that turned into more drugs and alcohol. I don't know how to put too much more than that I was able to channel mine. So
yeah, okay. And Connie, obviously you have a lot of involvement in Curry County with regards to mental health, but you also have a personal connection to veterans.
Well, my son's father was a Vietnam veteran, and so his birth defects were very, very high likelihood from his father's Agent Orange exposure, but I think the trauma that we talked about earlier was that I had a nephew killed in Iraq in 2008. His name was Sergeant John Kyle Daggett. He was one of the youngest men to ever become an Army Ranger. And our family pulled together afterwards and started a nonprofit, and our mission at that nonprofit is to address veteran suicide.
Okay, and so we've got this event coming up on the 21st. Kevin, you're really hoping that this is obviously an event that all veterans come to, but hope is what you want people to take out of this.
Well, just in terms of what I'm hoping to do is to change the narrative of care beyond treatment. And I want to talk about hope, because qualitatively, I think that is the one dimension to my own personal healing that was absolutely important into getting me into a pathway that provided an actual empowerment, actual experience of integration, to know what I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, and how I could become that person. So in the experiences that I've had at the VA, that is a component that I think is underdeveloped. And I wanted to try to use our event to speak to this, to bring this in as probably the most important component to healing that I think can help a lot of people in the communities that I belong to. So.
Okay, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Kevin Bourgault and Connie Hunter. We're talking about the VA Healthcare Summit 2.0. It's coming up on the 21st in Brookings at Southwest Oregon Community College Curry campus. So are all veterans able to come to this, Connie?
We encourage veterans and their family members, all conflict eras, but I want to make sure that we give a special invitation to Advanced Health and All Care Health and all Southern Oregon healthcare providers and thought leaders. We want people with good ideas. So our friends at Southern Oregon Appreciation Golf Tournament, Russ McBride and everyone at Centennial Golf Club, come on out. Ron Cole, president of Southern Oregon Veterans Benefit, all the folks at Southern Oregon Veterans Benefit, come join us. All of our friends also who are doing the honor flight September 14th, you'll be back, come out. So we have a lot of groups here. Our veterans are your veterans are our veterans, and Southern Oregon needs to work together.
Yeah, indeed. And Kevin, you talked about hope in part one of the interview. You also, in our talking before we started recording this, you called PTSD a communicable disease. What do you mean by that?
PTSD is a communicable disease because it doesn't just impact the individual who has had these traumatic experiences. It impacts their kids, the wife, their dogs, people who employ them. And that has to be, I think, part of the acknowledgement in that we have to approach this as PTSD is a community health problem. And we have to treat it as a community health problem. And only up until we do, I think the outcomes are going to keep being what they have been. And that's what I want to change.
Okay. And so, Connie, if people want more information, on the event, everything, what's the best place for them to go?
The best place is to go right on Facebook to Wild Rivers Veterans Forum, and we'll have updated information there. And if you have any questions, we do have a number that you can call, 541-412-1224.
Okay, Kevin, thank you for your service.
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
here today. Connie, thank you for making the trip. Appreciate it. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.